Folks, what's going on? Welcome to an episode of I'm Not Famous. We're coming to you from Muse Comics and Games here in Colorado Springs, and we have a live studio audience this time. And just like the audience that tunes in on YouTube, none of them are paying attention. So I'm here as always.
My mom's here?
Yeah.
No.
So as always, Kerry's here. But today we're joined by Jason Meents. Bleh. I'm going to always butcher your name because I always say it wrong. Anyways, we're here with Jason. Jason is, well, I mean, his art is kind of, you can see it everywhere. It's all over Colorado, that's for sure. I'm getting a signal the camera's not down that low. I assure you, those that can't see in the camera, that the art is below the line here. No, we'll throw some art up on the screen when we do that. But Tyke's stuff, actually it's on the shirt. Like, just point it to your shirt, and then it would have worked perfectly too. So, as I keep rambling, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Not stuck. Just talking.
No, you're good.
Well, that's the thing, is the people that we know really well, it's just like, we're already just having conversation or anything like that. So the fun stuff today will be is Kerry is not into this.
I didn't say your name right. I called you Josh.
That's all right. I messed it up.
And I did not know this was actually Spider-Man references. But you're here also creating art, right? Are you doing some paintings and stuff while you're here? Or what are you doing while you're here at Muse Comics?
I'm just hanging out. I travel a lot, so I try to set up little events every now and then to come down here and hang out. That way, if I haven't been around for a while or whatever, people can stop by, pick up some art, see what's new. You know, there's only a couple cons in the Springs, every year, so it's kind of spread out in between.
Yeah.
So
we're here in this amazing comic book, right? Comic store.
We're in the comic book?
I feel like we are at this point.
Could be.
I'm still waiting to play this Camel Up game. I'm still mad we haven't pulled that out yet.
Camel Up. I need to read the back of it when we're there. Right here on the
Yeah.
shelf, right there.
Yeah.
Camel Up.
Oh.
I don't know
It's
what
got
that
some
is.
weird 50s style mustache.
I like
and then
it.
A camel. There's a lot of things I can draw from
So
it.
we're in the comic book store.
We're in the comic book store. So tell us a little bit about your art. What kind of art are you doing?
I do Tyke style. It's just pop culture, comic characters or whatever as kids.
Okay.
So they have dart guns and bikes and.
So I already have a quick.
Yeah.
As kids.
Yeah.
Why as kids?
Why do I do them as kids?
Yeah, I think
Because it sells.
Because you're
Because
also.
it sells.
But you're also taking a character that's very well known.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody knows that figure.
Yeah.
Obviously, if that was Spider-Man, I think I would have saw it, but it's a child, right?
Yeah.
Why take these amazing superheroes and then put them in a child form?
Yeah. I started
Asking
about
the real questions
6
here.
years ago.
Okay.
And
This lady?
yeah.
Little one. Yeah.
She's already creating
She's
art
sitting
over
out there. Yeah.
She already drew a whole lot better than I did.
I'm training her. She's coloring on my tablet right now on some work. So, but I started doing little kids when we were gonna have her and whatever, and I was putting them on my social media and stuff, and people just really loved it.
Yeah.
So it just kind of stuck.
But it's kind of a cool art, right? Because it's something
fun. I
But
love
also
it.
you're creating. These
Yeah.
images aren't anywhere to reference.
Yeah.
You're seeing in your head, I think this is what Spider-Man would have looked like
Yeah.
at 12 years old.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a cool thing. How do you start? It definitely seems like it's very big eyes, a lot more of a stretch.
The proportions are different and stuff, but I don't know. It's fun and it's always a challenge for me, and it kind of how do you take the Punisher who has all these guns and kills people and turn him into a 6-year-old kid? So it's fun to change things and change props or try to figure out different ways to make it kid friendly or whatever. So
Yeah.
I have some Predator pieces and Walking Dead pieces and whatever. But it's fun. It keeps it interesting and entertaining for me to try to come up and figure out how to solve this problem of drawing Negan after he's busted somebody's head open. But make it appropriate for kids.
So, fun fact, for those that know about our brief stint in Project Nerd Publishing, and Billy is back this year, 2019. I think it was our first stretch goal for the Kickstarter. Jason did Billy, and it's it's the one hanging on my wall. It's fun because it's the kid thing, so it's the Western with the guns. So he drew her in a sandbox with a dart, Nerf style gun, shooting down apple boxes, apple juice boxes instead of beer cans off the edge. And then the horse in the background is like one of those, like riding the horse on the stick or whatever. Like that's what's in the background. So it was really good. And it was really cool because Michaela, who was our colorist, when she got it to color, she was like, this is like my favorite thing out of this to have colored so far because it was super exciting. But that's, and then, like I said, I've got the Star Wars one hanging above my TV where they're like toasting with like milk and stuff like that. But my favorite one is and you guys did for my birthday. You gave the print, and then it was David, a friend of ours, who went in line for Jason Meents and got him to sign it for my birthday because it's Jay and Silent Bob as kids out in front of the candy store. Yeah, the one in my kitchen. Yeah. So that was probably one of the best birthday gifts I ever got. Between that, they had that all done and says Snoochie Boochies on it and stuff like that.
That one was cool too because that one turned into like comic boxes for the secret stash.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, that's for Kevin Smith's actual comic book
for the
store,
store out in Jersey. So that was really cool. So it's fun.
You've done some covers too. Like I know Red Sonja, I think was the most recent.
Red Sonja cover. A number of like Kickstarter, like indie covers and stuff like that. The Spawn pinup. I just started doing, I think like last year or whatever, toy design for these little bendable figures. They ran into me at a con, and they have licensing with like DC and Warner Brothers on some stuff. So we did a whole Justice League like set. There's a Harley and Joker, I think, coming out 2019, and then there's a few others that we're working on and stuff like that, but I don't know, it's cool, it's something different, and it kind of like licensed work and whatever, so
definitely
it's been fun. And like I draw up the concepts, the sketches, they send them to a sculptor, and then he takes those and like turns them into the figure, and then they paint them and whatever. I think there might be some in the shop here somewhere.
So I'm going to ask with that, right? So you have two different mediums, right? You have on canvas versus like a physical that you can touch, hold. What do you like better, or is there a better? Do you like the ability to kind of see it from afar?
I mean, I will always.
Or do you like to be actually physically touch it?
I will always like drawing it, but like I said, I do the concept sketches, and then somebody else does the sculpting, and then when I see it like arrive in 3D form, it's super cool because it's like, wow, like this was just like a drawing on paper when I did it.
Is that what you kind of pictured it to be in a way?
Yeah, it's cool to see how it.
It's
cool to see how it comes out and like how it's modeled, or like, you know, the 3D form taken from the 2D form or whatever. It's really cool to see it in another form than just like paper and drawings and whatever, and computer screen.
So I'll even jump off screen for this one, so these guys help me remember. We need to commission you to do. We want to do a Carrie. Well, it first started as a Carrie plush, because he makes the noises when he gets all excited for the food and drink. So we're like, we need this little, Carrie. The good thing is you already got the proportions right here, right, for the kids. So
I just want to be slimmed down a little bit. Like, I want to be a.
Oh yeah, they're like brushes. Yeah, we've got a whole marketing thing here. We get going. Crazy. As soon as I'm not famous, it turns into famous in Japan. Yeah. That's when we'll start marketing the stuff here.
Well, you already excluded Australia because he already said he's like afraid of alligators and crocodiles.
Yeah, this is a normal thing. This is a normal fear.
Okay, so this was a question. This is the running theme for today. Do you have like a crazy animal like story?
Encounter.
Animal encounter. So you've traveled, right? You've done all these different things. I'm sure you've been face-to-face or possibly back-to-face with an animal encounter coming after you. What are you afraid of animals in any way, or have you had like a crazy situation?
You can admit a fear for alligators and crocodiles.
There are certain animals I cannot stand. Alligators is not one of them.
So you have a rational fear, not a...
That's not irrational. That's a totally rational fear.
Some people might think it's kind of irrational, but I can't think of like random wild animal encounter.
Well, so let me ask.
But like you've been to Ocon, right? Mm-hmm. So do you remember the animal sanctuary people that were there?
Yeah.
Like
I can't remember what they're called, but
exotic wildlife sanctuary.
Yes, exotic wildlife. So they're out of Chicago, so they do C2E2 as well, and then Ocon down in Omaha.
So that's probably like, I don't know. I mean, like usually when I travel, I'm at a con. There's not really a lot of animals around, but like they bring their animals and stuff like that. That's always fun.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think
capuchin monkey.
Who was it?
Do they let it run around, or is it like?
Yeah. So Sean Gunn.
Kind of. He has a leash.
Sean Gunn was there the one year.
Yeah.
And was super just into this monkey and just kept hanging out over there with the monkey the whole time on him, like perched and everything.
Don't go Hangover 3 style. Like give him like they can go get money and bring it back.
Yes.
You know, I want that kind
Oh
of
man,
monkey,
like,
you know.
well, I got to know them over the years, and because they're from Chicago area or whatever, and I grew up in Illinois, so we keep in touch and we talk a lot. And so whenever I see them, like, they're like, "Oh yeah, you here? You just want to take him, like, hang out, whatever," and they'll be like cleaning or setting things up. And so I just have him, and he's just climbing all over. He like digs through your pockets and like.
Well, they're really good friends with Gallo too, a Project Nerd. And so when they set up a C2E2 like last year, we get to kind of go back behind, like, because nobody's allowed to go in the perimeter usually, but we get to go in. Like,
is that in Chicago?
They had a bobcat at C2E2 in Chicago, like a bobcat in a cage, like right there. It was pretty cool.
Dude, I want to go to C2E2 now. Mostly because I love Chicago.
C2E2 is one of my favorite shows.
But, so now that you brought it up,
we
have an amazing event to announce here in Colorado. We have a Giordano's in Denver. See, that's the proper reaction. Chicago pizza is an abomination to all pizza.
I like to say it's like lasagna. Like, it's not a pizza.
Right.
I'm leaving. Cut this. I'm out.
Listen, when you go McDonald's style, like, sausage roll, like, no, sausage is ground beef made in little chunks that you have as a topping. Okay.
No, sausage is sausage.
No, I'm still mad at this person over here. We played a white elephant game last night. We played this game called 5 Seconds. We're not sponsoring it. It's like so horrible. But the question was, name 3 ingredients to pizza.
And you get 5 seconds to answer it.
3 ingredients.
Cheese, sauce and crust. I don't know.
Exactly.
So
not toppings.
Emily said what, like pineapples, mushrooms,
pepperoni,
and
sausage.
And he's like, that doesn't count. I'm like, those are ingredients of a pizza.
Topping.
It's still an ingredient.
They're not ingredients in every pizza.
Well, it didn't say every pizza. It just said 3 pizza.
But I asked the question of, can you eat pizza without those?
Yeah.
They're like, yes, that's not an ingredient.
Well, my daughter eats pizza without cheese because she's got a lactose allergy.
I'm still upset at this game, obviously, a day later.
But this is the same game that has a question like, name 3 celebrities.
With sauce.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why she likes it, because it's just eating bread with dipped in marinara, right?
Which is pretty good.
But this game had...
It's not pizza.
No, but I love that you're like, no. Like, Giordano's, it's okay. You didn't say it was bad.
Yeah.
You said it was like a lasagna, which is basically what it is.
Well, to be honest, I usually have to eat at, what is the other one when I go up there?
Giordano's?
No, Giordano's and then Illuminati's.
Yeah.
So
Illuminati.
Illuminati's, that's right, excuse me.
Did you say Illuminati?
He did.
I think you did.
The Illuminati does exist.
Sorry.
Anyways,
my alcohol spilled.
This is only the second recording of the day, and Kerry's already stumbling over stuff. No, we usually go to Illuminati's just because when you go up there for a convention weekend, you're not getting into Giordano's and out of there within less than 2 to 3 hours, easy.
I always go to Potbellies. I love what is it? Portillo's.
Oh, okay.
Portillo's is a must. I'll eat there like every
day. They just opened one in Indianapolis too, so if we go to any of the shows there, they got a Portillo's there.
Did you do Carson's?
I don't think I've been to Carson's.
I'm so mad right now. I took out the old Carson's ribs.
Yeah.
It was a great... Listen, any place that you go into and you see, like, the football players, but they're all the linemen, right, like the 400-pounders, that's a place I want to eat at.
Well, that's how so originally, and it's gone now, there was, like, just a little local hole-in-the-wall deep dish pizza place, like, right next to McCormick Place, C2E2. And we were walking down, like, just trying to find, like, a place to eat, and we see 3 cop cars pull up, and, like, 5 police go in there. We're like, if the police are going to a local place like that, you follow them in there and eat too. Like, you do that. And
depends on why they're going in there.
Yeah.
Well, they went in there to eat, and we went in there to eat, and it was fantastic. Like, I was really pleased with it. The problem is when you order Chicago-style pizza, it's going to take forever to cook because it is, as y'all say, a casserole.
Because it's a lasagna.
Yeah.
It's a lasagna. So the problem is it takes forever. And when you're done with a Saturday at C2E2, you're starving. Like, it's been how many hours?
Right.
So you order fries and wings and all this other stuff to eat first. So by the time you eat all that and the pizza comes out, you're like...
But see, I'm also like a proponent of, like, it can be cold or hot. I'm not eating, like, cold deep dish pizza, right?
Oh, no. Chicago style out of the fridge once it hardens and sets. Like,
once it hardens.
Exactly. I'm like, it's a pie at that point.
Yeah, not the words I want to hear.
But go back. So you've traveled. Like, what's your favorite place that you've been to in doing the art? Like, you do the convention scene. It seems like.
We won't make you pick a favorite convention on here, so nobody gets mad at you.
Oh no, we can't.
But what
do
favorite cities?
Favorite cities? I loved Toronto when we went up there.
The true tourist. True tourist.
It was
Toronto.
Nice. Got to go to
What is he?
Toronto.
What is that?
There's
wrong?
no additional T. It's not Toronto.
Oh, Toronto.
Toronto.
I hear the T. I hear the second
place.
T.
Toronto.
Like, I feel like I hear it.
Oh my god. Anyway, Toronto.
I
Like,
don't know. That place in Canada.
that place. Yeah.
Whatever.
With the one
Blue
thing
Jays.
and the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Well, what about
cool. I
Toronto?
like that
Like, were you up there for a convention? Or?
Yeah, it was for a convention, but like usually when we travel, it's like we fly in, we set up, we see the convention, the hotel, maybe a couple places to eat if they're close or whatever. So it's kind of just depends on where the convention is, you know. But Toronto was awesome because we get there, we get to the hotel, and they have like these glass walls like in the back, and I'm like, what's that out there? And they're like, oh, that's the Blue Jays Stadium. And I was like,
oh yeah, because on the outfield they have the hotel that's right up to. I can't remember the name of the new stadium.
I'm like, really? And we go over there, and they're playing the Red Sox that night, and like we just went down, and you could sit in the hotel like bar restaurant and watch the game. And so after we did that the one night, and then the huge Space Needle thing, whatever, was like on the walk from the hotel to the convention, so we got to see that. And then we went to like Wayne Gretzky's restaurant because it was right there.
See,
like
sounds like a fun
Tim
experience.
Hortons.
Sounds like a
But you also sound like a sports fan, though. Like we don't get a lot of sports fans.
Yeah. Well,
So it seems like you're also, you mentioned not only baseball but hockey.
Even if you're not a huge sports fan, the fact that you can get access to see something like that from a hotel, still, I feel like an experience.
I think it's amazing.
I like sports.
Yeah, I love baseball. I mean,
yeah, in the con scene, a lot of people are like, what? I don't care.
Well, that's what we've interviewed a lot. Like I'm like, I don't know about cosplay. I don't know about art, but I know sports.
I know sports.
But also, like Toronto's an amazing
cosplay.
city,
and
to be able
I liked it.
to
I had
have
fun.
the blend of the two, where you're doing your job, or doing what you love to do.
Yeah, it was.
But
cool.
also having this like cool little away from that.
Yeah.
You know, you're able to get away from that convention scene and having to be 24/7. And that'd be like, oh, cool. I watched the game. I didn't pay for a ticket.
Yeah, I went to Boston. I love that one too. And so like the night I got out there, I got in like a day before everyone on Thursday, and I jumped on StubHub, and I love Tom Brady.
Oh, can't. Nope. Mouth.
It's fine.
Mouth.
It's fine. So I jump on StubHub and I grabbed preseason tickets, and I went and got a train ticket, went to the game by myself, whatever. Like went to Gillette. It was awesome. It was cool.
That's one of the things I love about traveling to all these conventions is the experiences you get to do outside of the show.
And
too.
like I don't know. Even if I traveled out there for a convention during the season, I got to be at the convention on Sunday, so I'm not going to be able to go to the game. So it just kind of worked out, well. I wanted to do a tour of Fenway while I was there, but they were like booked up or something for the only time slot I could get in. So.
Now, have you ever done
cool.
art surrounded by sports? Like,
that's actually what I started doing like years ago.
He's got a Tom Brady drawing.
Yeah, so I used to do a lot of drawings for like football guys, and
try real hard to be professional.
I have a lot of commission work done from Tom Brady, but
in his defense, it's the
sorry.
ties to Michigan, right?
Yeah, as he's talking about.
So I'm a
Tom
huge
Brady,
Michigan football fan.
Take one out of
That's
this.
fine. You do.
I feel like the Bills should be represented.
So while Kerry is
That's
drinking,
fine.
I'll tell a fun story.
If I was a Bills fan, I would have to walk around with a flask all the time too.
Oh man,
that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm sorry.
So 2 years ago, playing at Comic-Con, and we set up like in Artist Alley, and it was you, Chad, Steven, and you at the end there. And we got Jeff was there too. We got Nerf guns.
Yeah.
And then Mariah had her Nerf gun. So we're shooting Nerf guns across the aisle. And this is when so Christy goes walking by, another friend of ours. And so I go to shoot her, and it just so happens that the bullet veers down and hits her in the ass. And the woman walking behind Christy stops and looks at me. I'm like, I swear I know her. I swear I know her. Because Christy doesn't even stop. She just goes, and then keeps walking. Like she just like something.
Wow.
And so I was like, the woman looks at me. I'm like, I swear we know her. Like we're doing this for fun.
See, we're going to skip past that before we lose everybody and go back to this sports stuff. So you say
I don't know how we got on Nerf guns from Bills.
But yeah, exactly. You see how I went from not only Nerf guns, but
I was
an attractive
transitioning
woman in the conversation, like without her consent or maybe consent. I'm still a little confused. We'll let the police sort that one out.
I don't know, so.
But you said so. you created this Tom Brady thing.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
It didn't start with Tom Brady.
Okay.
So I'm a huge Michigan football fan.
All right.
And I knew some guys that were playing there and whatever. So like I was doing illustration work, and so I did a couple like football illustrations for them. Then it starts getting around the locker room, and like, hey, people hit me up on Facebook. Hey, can you do one of those for me? Like, then it started spreading to like other guys at other like universities. So like probably within, I don't know, a couple years, I'm like getting hit up by all these like Division I football guys to do pictures for them and like all this stuff, and then they'd sign stuff, send me stuff, whatever. So it was really cool, and then they'd move on to the NFL, and then it was like, oh wow, like, oh, I know all these guys and all these different teams, and that's how I got the Tom Brady drawing signed. Was one of the guys that I had done something for in college, went on to play for the Patriots.
So a Michigan guy.
Yeah, and a Michigan guy. So I sent it to him, and I'm like, hey, think you can just sign for me? It came back, like, signed. I'm like,
all right, so I'll give you that. That's cool.
So
Anything
cool.
that you created it, you signed it.
So.
All right, so I got to wrap us up, but before we do, obviously, let's tell everybody where we can find you online to find some of your art, buy stuff, and everything.
Men's Illustrated, Instagram, Facebook. I just opened a new online store. It's mensillustrated.com. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
This is where I mostly hang out and post. So.
Awesome. Well, if you're finding us on YouTube, remember, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's somewhere, maybe over here. Here, somewhere in this area. Hit that subscribe button. Also, check us out over on Patreon now for 2019. We have some awesome stuff happening there. But again, Kerry, Iggy, we're here at Muse Comics in Colorado Springs. Thanks again, Jason. Everybody else, we'll catch you next week.